Hi guys, it's Fana, and thank you so much for watching. How'd you guys like that snazzy new intro? I know it's very simple and very lackluster and very plain and yeah, but it's an intro and it will do until I have the time and energy to actually make a good one. But I did really like the song, though. I think it's called, A Wedding Invitation, because that's how you pronounce that word. But I've always wanted my intro to be my name and then my logo, which looks kind of like a butterfly, to fly in like a butterfly, but I have never done a serious animation like that, or that's not even a serious animation, but I don't know. It's coming from someone who just does floating pixel animations or blinking eye animations, it's too hard. It's too hard for me. I don't have the time and energy to do that yet. That's my dream of what my intro will look like, is the butterfly logo flying in. And it's going to be pretty and purple and yes, so pretty. But hey, actually doing some traditional art this time. Yeah, let's actually talk about the illustration that I'm doing like a minute and a half into the picture here. This is yet another contest prize for Frigio Games. Next time I do a contest, I might not do as many prizes, because it is burning me out a little bit. But it is fun doing other people's characters, and I am doing a little bit of my own personal art mixed in, but not a lot. I miss it a little bit, to be honest. But it is fun doing these things. But I thought I would talk a little bit about my Copic process. As you can see on the right side of the screen, I have a sketch, which I was looking at to do kind of a little bit more details. So what I do is I sketch out something, usually in my sketchbook, and then I have this gigantic light board thing that my dad made for me. So I transfer the sketch onto a nicer sheet of paper. I'm using just basic cardstock that you can get from Staples or Walmart or something like that. And lately I've been lining with my blue erasable pencil lead, kind of like how I do my sketches. And then I am layering my Copics over top of my pencil sketch. And used to, I would always do the line art first. And I would always use my Copic multi-liner, and I like how the sketch looks. I like how fluid and loose a sketch is. And I felt like when I did that kind of rigid line art, it just killed the fluidness of the piece. That big blotch of green right there was definitely a mess up there. So this character kind of now has a extra green undershirt, which with traditional drawings, it's so hard because you get so spoiled with the whole Control-Z, Control-Delete, like, get out of here. You don't have that backspace and the oopsie remover. Yes, that's the official terminology for the backspace, an oopsie remover. But you just learn how to roll with it. Back to line arting and that kind of stuff. Nowadays, I use a very, very thin pen to line my art, my traditional artwork, after I color it. which we'll talk about a little bit later once that actually comes up. I haven't really gotten to it yet. And what I do is a lot of times I will just take the same color and layer it once or twice, and then I'll find a darker color. I do have quite a few Copics. I definitely have over 150 of them. That's because what I did was I bought 2 massive lots on eBay because I got the markers for about less than $2 a piece that way, rather than the normal $8 a piece because they're so expensive. Oh my gosh. And then the duplicates that I got from the 2 lots of markers, I sold. So I ended up saving a lot of money, even though the lots themselves were very expensive. But then you think about it, they were expensive to me at the time, but then they also were really cheap if I had just bought the normal sets. So I'm pleased with my purchases, and they've done me well. I recently bought some refills as well, which is always fun to refill the markers. Very, very messy. I do want to talk about this character design a little bit. This character actually does not belong to Farnham Games. It belongs to her friend. I think it's pronounced Thick Coyote. But this character always had a kind of Halloween theme, as you can tell by the ghost on their shirt. And they always had a cinnamon roll in their hands. And the cinnamon roll is important. It will come back later in this conversation. But I decided to really push the ghost element of this piece. And so it had a little bit of trail or train on the shirt. And so I did it more as wisps, like they're a little ghost. And I think that's all I really pushed the ghost part. But I was very happy with this pose. I didn't have to use a reference for it. I kind of just came up with it by myself, which can be very dangerous. So back to my Copic drawing traditional process, whatever the heck I'm going to name this video. Right now I'm lining with a Micron fine point pen. I think that's what they're called, and my pencil pouch is across the room, so I can't go grab it without pausing this, and I'm kind of comfortable where I am. But as you could see with the hair, I could do a lot of fine lines and details depending on how the shading looked, whereas if I had originally done some thicker base line art, I wouldn't be as free to do as I wished. And I like this new way of line arting, and it's a lot less formal with this pen. I make sure to make it very scratchy and kind of sketchy looking, because to me, I like it better, and that's how it should be. Your art style should develop, and you should try new things and not be stuck in the mold of, well, this is the way I did it, so this is the way I always have to do it. And that's not how it is. You grow along with your art, and sometimes you'll like it and sometimes you won't, and that's okay. Right now I'm using a jelly pen roller, I think in Sakura, and this is where the cinnamon roll comes back in. So I have people call me a cinnamon roll, emphasis on the sin there, and I felt like that fit this character very well. A little bit of a pun, but I think he's all done. Had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you guys like this video as well. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. I forgot to take a video of the picture, so we have to have a still shot. Yay me. But I hope you have a phenomenal day and keep being extraordinary. Bye!